What I'm going to show in this short tutorial is how to create a basic report, but the main thing I want to cover is exporting data in a particular format from my Access database into an Excel spreadsheet. Let's have a look. I've got an order table, so this is a simple example order table for this case study I've been using called Computer Crazy, an imaginary company that sells games. Each order has a number. Each order is for a particular customer who's got an ID, and we've got a date, the date of the order, and the amount. And where there are additional, where the order has lines, i.e. people have ordered things, you can see, for example, order number 14 has got 4 order lines. Okay, we've got a one-to-many relationship. I've built a query which will give us some more detail rather than these ID numbers. Let's have a look at this. So this query runs and shows all the order details. So once again, I've got an order number 14. It shows the date, the order amount, and this time instead of the customer ID, it's bringing the customer name and the name of the title they've ordered, how much they ordered for each title, and the price. Problem with this is I want to export this data to a spreadsheet, but all I want to appear is one row, if you like, one header row showing the order header details. So a row that says the order number, the date, the amount, and the customer name just once. And then I want to see all the game details for that particular order underneath it. I don't want to see, in other words, I don't want this order header detail keep repeating. It's just a waste of space then, it's confusing. So what I'm going to do, I can't do it in a query. This query is the basic one I've got, but it just shows all the details. So I'm going to create a report to do this. Then I'm going to use that report to export the data to a spreadsheet. Okay, let's get onto reports. Create tab. I've already got the query selected. I'm going to base the report on this query. I'm going to use the wizard because I'm not really fussed about the report format as long as the data is organized correctly. So this will do it quickly. I'm going to select all the fields. This is the important one. I need to use the group by option, which you can't get, well, you can get in a query, but it's just easier to do in a report. And I've said group by order number. This is going to give me one line for the order number, and then other lines with all these details. Yes, some of these details should be on the order header. We're going to adjust it in a moment. So that's that step. I'm not going to worry about sorting records. I'm going to switch the orientation to landscape because there's quite a few fields to fit in. And I'm just going to take the default layout, and let's just preview what it looks like so far. Okay, not a bad stab at it. What we've got is the order number appears at the top, but then we've got the order date, so we've got part of the header details and the order line details again all appearing on the same line. Let's look at one that's got a bit more data. Number 14. So order number 14, this is showing here because the order date field's not big enough. We can correct that. But then we've still got the name of the customer, you know, we've still got the date, the amount, and the name of the customer appearing on each line here, when all we really want is these details here, these game details. So if we close the print preview, it put us into design view. So in design view, you've got a number of things you can do. It splits the report into a series of sections. I'm not going to go in a great deal of detail on these now, but what I've got there is a header, order number header. Remember I said when I was in the wizard I grouped by the order number, but what I want to do is get these other fields here, like the order date. I only want it to appear once, and then underneath it I want everything else, the game details. I know it's a bit too small, so I've got to adjust the field. In fact, I'm going to do this quickly. Order numbers, that's a bit big for order number. I'm going to make the date a bit bigger. I'll just adjust the headings very quickly. You just click on them and expand, so this order date should have a bit more room and should print. Okay. Order amount, that's a bit big as well. So what I do is I click on these fields which are showing in the detail line, and I move them up to the header line, so they're only going to appear once. So for each order we just see the date, order number, date and amount. Oh, and also the customer details, nearly forgot that. That goes up as well, and last name. Okay. And now what we should have is these appear under in one line, and these appear as the game title. Let's just go and view what it looks like. Okay, sorry, these are a bit misaligned, but I'm not worried about the report. So, but now I've got, let's look at our order 14. I've got one line of data saying the order number, the date, the amount, and the name of the customer. And then underneath it, I've got the order lines, the games they've ordered. Quick couple of adjustments before we export it. So it's near enough what we want. Now, I noticed on there that the fields are actually displayed. I'm going to highlight all the fields. This is the actual stuff that's print. This is the headers. They were in grey, so I want to make those a bit darker. So what I want to do is just change the font colour from grey to black. So I'll click on the Home tab and I'll click on black, so we change the font colour. It should be slightly darker. I don't really need to adjust these fields, but remember the first name and last name was slightly out. Let's just undo what I did there. So let's just click on that one. I can use the arrow key just to move it up slightly. Okay, that's about all I want really. I could spend more time on the report, but I want to output this data to a spreadsheet. That's the main reason for doing it. So yes, if it was a proper report, I'd adjust the title, etc. Alright, so we've got the basic report. We've got one line for the header and then each game line repeated underneath it. Let's export it, which is very quick, to a spreadsheet. So I click on external data, Excel, and it literally takes me through a wizard. So it says, okay, I'm going to create an Excel spreadsheet with the same name as the report. I'm okay with that at the moment, and where it's going to export it to, and the format, Excel workbook. I'm happy with that, and I'm just going to open the file when it exports it. And that is literally it. And now I'm on Excel, so I've exported the data to Excel, and you can see, let's just close all these up. So in Excel, Excel's given me these little toggles, because what I've got here is a series of orders, and if I want to see the detail for each of the orders, for example, I've got one line for order number 14, made on the 24th, £300 for that customer. If I click on the plus, if I click on the right plus would help, wouldn't it? If I click on the plus for order 14, I can see that 14 has got those 4 lines, and that's exactly what I wanted.